Peace is often a hard concept to define. It has different meanings in different situations, but the overall concept of peace is that of a state where there is harmony and serenity. Peace can be something we achieve in our internal self, or it can be something that is applied externally to all societies. Regardless of how and where it is present, it is something that allows us to stay stable and progress forward as a whole. In times of the COVID-19 pandemic, our lives have changed, and we must continue to preserve peace as a society as we battle its adverse effects. We must remain strong and continue to survive in a way in which we are calm, cool, and collected. One of the most common symbols of peace is the modern peace sign, which was designed in 1958 as a part of the campaign for nuclear disarmament. At a time when nuclear warfare seemed very probable, a global peace movement towards eliminating nuclear weapons in the world began. After nuclear weapons had been seen as a tool to destroy humanity, many people started to protest it. The peace sign was designed to symbolize the presence of peace and balance in the world, which would come as a result of countries agreeing to not use nuclear weapons. The sign was made using semaphore signaling, which is a language that uses flags to indicate different words. The peace symbol is comprised of the symbol for N as in nuclear and D as in disarmament. Years later, the peace symbol has become a universal sign. It has been at the forefront of many nonviolent movements, for example, the civil rights movement in the 1960s. The olive branch is a symbol of peace that originated in ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks saw the olive branch as something that drove away evil spirits, and because the olive tree takes years to bear fruit, it was believed that anyone who was given a peace branch would experience peace for a very long time. In times of war, the side that wanted to negotiate for a peaceful resolution would hold up an olive branch. Today, the olive branch is a symbol that is found everywhere in society. Winners at the Olympics are given crowns made of olive branches. Also, the UN flag features two olive branches around a world map as a symbol of world peace. When we talk about peace, it is hard not to think about great dignitaries like Nelson Mandela, whom dedicated their lives to peaceful resistance to create change. He, using Gandhian principles, fought for equality and against apartheid for his whole life. He used nonviolent tactics to protest against the injustice and inequalities that Black people faced in South Africa and spent 28 years in prison after he was arrested for protesting against the government. Shortly after his release, he became the first Black president of South Africa in 1994 and led what was now his vision of multiracial democracy. Throughout all the challenges and obstacles President Mandela faced, he showed us that it is through peaceful disobedience that true change is brought, and that conflict leads us nowhere. Gandhiji is the face of peaceful actions in the history of humanity. His teachings and demonstrations of peaceful civil disobedience have become framework for nonviolent resistance all over the world. When there are talks of peace, there are talks of Bapu. When we talk about peace as a concept, Gandhiji taught us the true meaning of it. Using his philosophy of satyagraha, or belief in truth, he led numerous marches and efforts in order to free India from British rule. Bapu's belief in the truth and calm action has become something that we all revere today and hope to use in order to create a better tomorrow. Peace is as hard a concept to define as it is to achieve. As we strive to maintain harmony and balance both in our minds and with each other, we are making progress towards the vision that people like President Mandela and Gandhiji advocated for. As we remember that the many messages and symbols of peace throughout history, we must remember that peace itself is not an end goal, rather something that we must act in accordance with every day.